Hello bros, Eldegoss strikes again. Someone requested that I play Eldegoss and here it is. I hope you enjoy it and learn something. So this game, I'm going to show you how to play Eldegoss in a full support form. But first, let me tell you my build. The first build that I'm running to Eldegoss is the XP share because as a full support, you need to share your XP to your carry in the game in order for you to win the lanes. And the next one is the muscle band because when you are laning Eldegoss, make sure that you bully the enemy because the damage of boosted attack and the basic attacks of Eldegoss it really hurts much because of its auto attack, boosted attack, which can decrease the movement speed and which is very good for harassing your opponent. So here I'm just harassing them, and the last build that you need to Eldegoss is the resonant guard because the resonant guard is very important in order for you to help the allies gain some shield, and that is a very big thing when you are playing full support. So when you are playing Eldegoss right here bros, as you've seen, I'm just healing my team in the back line and make sure that they will not die in the game. Just heal your team in the backline and make sure that you should not overstep because sometimes many Eldegoss players overstep forward and that's the reason why they will die in the game. So here, as you've seen, accuracy to pollen puff is very important to Eldegoss because you need to hit your allies in order for them to have a health regeneration. So here, as you've seen, I'm just in the back line and I keep healing the castle here. So that's just how you play the Eldegoss. Also, map awareness is very important to Eldegoss because you need to watch the enemy placement and your ally in order for you to observe and position yourself where allies is near you, and you should avoid the enemy also while throwing the pollen puff, healing your opponent. Just like here bros, as you've seen, I'm keeping my distance and just throwing the pollen puff to my team. So here I'm hitting the Pikachu because the basic attack of Eldegoss is also really good and the movement slope is very brutal. So here, as you've seen, I'm just using my pollen puff, then cotton guard. And also take note bros, the cotton guard, if it doesn't remove the shield of your opponents, it will automatically heal your allies. So as you've seen, it is also one of the best in the game. So as you see, I just giving my team a pollen puff, but sadly I did not save the Metagross there. So I'm healing my team, and I did not save also the Green Ninja because he's too far to me, and using the cotton guard, and I make sure that the Castle will not die here. So I'm just throwing the pollen puff and keeping my distance as always, and also protecting my Decidueye in the position where Buzzwole can't reach him. So I'm just acting like a wall to protect my Decidueye and healing the castle in order for him to become a true defender by taking the damage of the enemy. So as you've seen, I'm just throwing the pollen puff and healing my team and throw again. So that's just how you play Eldegoss. So here, but sadly the castle died because of the burst damage, but the Grey Ninja swept the floor. Remember that you need to be in the back line of your team fight while protecting your allies. And here bros, the Decidueye make a wrong move here. So here, as you've seen, I act like a wall in the fight. So I'm saving the Grey Ninja there. So it is okay for me to die because if I did not move, if the Buzzwole will unite the Grey Ninja there. So here I'm using my unite move to save my allies again, then healing again. So that's just how you play as a true support. You need to heal your allies and act like a wall to save your support and make sure that you receive the damage, but if possible you should not die. But I died in that fight. So here I'm just using, as you've seen, I'm just throwing the pollen puff to my team, which is so low HP like the castle here. I'm trying to save him, but I cannot save him because the damage is too much, and I'm throwing the pollen puff to Green Ninja, but sadly he died and my team dies and I'm only the one who live. So sadly this is a bad game for us, but we can still recover this because my team, the Green Ninja, griefed after the game where Y did not push the Regieleki there. So it is a psychological effect in our team, but it is okay because we will recover it in the end game, and you will see how powerful Eldegoss in the end game, especially when protecting your allies and healing them. It is very crucial move for Eldegoss. So here I'm just TPing at the bottom lane to help my Metagross in there because he's wants to get the Regieleki there. So here, but sadly they get the Regieleki, and I'm just healing this and just using the Cotton Guard. So don't forget to press your Cotton Guard, bros, because it is also very important. Because once you reach level 13 to Eldegoss, it will gain the allies movement speed, which is pretty good, and also the Pollen Puff. When you reach the level 11, the damage they receive by 15% for 2 seconds, so it will reduce the damage that when you receive when you put the Pollen Puff to your team. So here we're just patiently waiting for the enemy. So here, as you've seen, my team surrender, but I think that's Grey Ninja because he's griefing to the Sidwise movement at the early game. So here, as you've seen, I'm just healing and keeping my distance as always, and the enemy uses the Unite move, so it's my time to save my team using my Unite move also and healing the Crastle there. So as you've seen, the Crastle lives very hard in here because I keep healing the Crastle, which makes him invincible in the game. So as you've seen, even his low HP, I'm just throwing my Pollen Puff and act like a wall in order for the team to not hurt my Crastle. So here I'm just healing, then using the Cotton Guard and pushing to kill Pikachu, and that's a wipe to the enemy team. So here I'm just healing my allies, putting the Pollen Puff to me in order for the Pollen Puff to scatter and heal my allies' range. So that's a GG to the enemy. So here I'm just using my Pollen Puff again. So take note, bros, when playing Eldegoss, you really need a proper accuracy to your Pollen Puff. So if you're full support, you need to put the Pollen Puff to your allies, and if not, you can also be like a attacker in the game while putting the Pollen Puff to the enemy. But this is a full support game, so my damage is very low here because I'm just putting my Pollen Puff to my Crastle, because as you'd notice in the game, the enemy is targeting the Crastle here. So I just focus my healing also in the Crastle because I don't know why, but I noticed that in the game, and that's why I really focus my Pollen Puff to Crastle in order for him to leave. And the damage of Crastle is also pretty good because he's using X-Scissor, and the Unite move of Crastle, we know that it is also brutal in the game. So here I'm just using my Unite move and prolonging and healing the Crastle again. So also important to use your Unite move to heal your allies. So sometimes I notice the Eldegoss players that when they are using the Unite move, they land very they land too long. So do not land too long. You need to heal your opponents also. So make sure you heal all your allies in the game and protect them. So thank you, bros. I hope you reach 20 likes again, and like and subscribe for more type of this content. Thank you and stay hydrated as always.